You're listening to Her Confidence Her Way podcast, episode 95. Hello, girlfriends. How are you doing? I am feeling great and I am super excited to be here because I get to connect with you. And I know I say this all the time and I don't say this lightly, but thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this episode. I know there are so many podcasts out there and you choose to listen to this podcast, and this makes me really happy. For those who are listening to this episode the very first time, welcome and thank you so much for finding this podcast. Let me know how you found this podcast. And I just wanted to say hi and just wanted to quickly introduce myself. My name is Emiko Rasmussen and I am the host of this podcast. And I'm a mom of two. If you decided to go back and listen to many other episodes, you will find me I'm very passionate about supporting Japanese women to really help her to live the purposeful and meaningful life that they love. And when I talk about kids, I tend to be very emotional and get teary, but this shows that I care about my family and I am here to also improve myself. So you get to witness that. But anyways, I wanted to just quickly talk about something that I think it's very important. I do newsletter, and for this year I decided to write more so that I can connect with my listeners and people who take the time to follow me. It's so cool that I get to not only know who my listeners are, and I actually get to be more like friends, like girlfriends. So this makes me, I don't know, like I feel like I am not just being a podcast, but being a podcaster, but I am being a friend to them too. So like it's so cool. Anyhow, so one of the things that I talked about in the newsletter is about happiness. Okay, so happiness is not something that you should be chasing. Happiness is about you should be feeling. And I really want you to understand that if you are chasing your happiness, you are not gonna get one. You can buy happiness, but that's not gonna make you feel meaningful and purposeful for a long time. It's just gonna be temporarily. In the newsletter, I talked about the movie Trolls. Trolls っていう映画なんですけれども、見たことありますか? If you have kids, and if you have girls, I shouldn't say just girls, for kids in general, you might have seen this movie, Trolls っていう movie なんですけども、the main character, her name is Poppy, and this is what Poppy said. She said, happiness isn't something you put outside. It's already inside of us. Sometimes you just need someone to help you find it. Yeah. So you can't find it somewhere outside. You just have to feel it. You have to find it that's within you. And the reason why I talk about happiness is because happiness is actually, you get happiness through doing something that is meaningful and purposeful. That's the reason why I teach you, I tell you, and I beg you to live a purposeful and meaningful life that you love and you deserve. If you are living someone else's life, or if you are wanting to live someone else's life, unfortunately, that is not for you. You gotta find your own, and you're gonna have to work towards it. It's not that easy. Life isn't that easy. And unfortunately, there is you cannot find a medicine to just cure that, or you cannot, no one will come, no one will show up and sweep like a magic wand and say, from today you'll be happy. Like, that's not gonna happen. That's why it's really, really important, and you have to really develop and understand what your purpose is, what is your mission is, and what makes you feel happy, not get happy. And I hope you understand that. And I will, trust me, I will do more about this topic because I think it's very important, and many people get confused about it. And today I am going to share my conversation with this special guest, and her podcast title is it's really, really cool, and I can't wait to talk about her and share about our conversation. But before, let's do our listener shout out as we always do. Okay, today's shout out goes to まなきさんです。まなきさんからは、インスタグラムでメッセージをもらいました。ありがとうございます、まなきさん。Since I haven't gotten a permission to share the entire story, まなきさんからはこのメッセージすべてシェアしていいですよっていう、まだ私はパーミッションをもらっていないので、ちょっとところどころ、プライバシーに、It doesn't affect privacy なところで読ませてもらいます。はじめまして、えみこさんの podcast episode 93と IGTV、Instagram TV を見て、自分の心の中でずっと葛藤していたものが溢れ出てきて、いても立ってもいられず、メッセージさせてもらいました。Thank you. Thank you so much for sending. Okay, so she talked about this is such a great stories, and まなきさんもしも聞いていて、もしもシェアしていいですよってパーミッションくれたら嬉しいです。そしたら I can read more because this is so important and so great. Anyways, so she talked about the 海外かぶれ。And the other thing that she talked about is about 日本の男女不平等さ。So she said 日本の男女不平等さは私もひしひしと感じています。This is a really important part. 一番私が恐ろしいと思っているのが、その不平等さを当たり前と考える日本人がすごく多いことです。Yes, this is so important that we really need to start questioning.And then she shared with me about her experience, and basically she went to a 合宿. It's like a it's a 卒業旅行. So she went to a 卒業旅行. 卒業旅行に行って、女性がこう料理をしていて、男性はただ単にテレビを見ているところがあって、彼女がこう、なんでなんだろうってちょっとクエスチョンしたところ、他の女性の方に、そんなんじゃダメだよねみたいな感じで言われたっていうことをシェアしてくれたんですね。And I don't think it's selfish. It's not nonsense. マナキさんがここで言ってクエスチョンしてるのが、それをこういうことを言うとか考える私はselfish でナンセンスなのでしょうかっていうふうに言ってるんですけども、No, you are not selfish at all. 本当にこれってすごく大切なことで、多分周りの中で思ってる人もいるけれども、これを言ったら女性としてなんか嫌に思われるとか ladylike じゃないとかっていうんでみんな言わないで我慢しちゃう。で no one mention about it 誰も言わないからこのままの状態でいるってなるので It's important that someone has to speak up, someone has to be the bad quote unquote bad person, although it's not a bad person. 誰かがやっぱりここでこういうことをしっかりと言うっていうのはすごく大切なことです。そうすることによって他の人でも私も実はそう思ってたんだってアグリーしてくれる人も出てくるし、if you get negative feedback もしも誰かにネガティブなこと言われたらDon't worry, then move on because その人は同じ value を持っていないわけであり、そうじゃない考えを持っている人だって中にはいるから、You just need to surround yourself with people who are like-minded. Like, I'll be 100% supporting you on this idea. で、あともう一つ、また 相席屋というものが学生の間で流行っています。居酒屋のようなもので、女性は無料で男性は倍の金額で利用できます。知らない男性と話しながら無料でご飯やお酒を飲めて、女性の人も使っているということです。私にはすごく weird で気持ち悪いです。キャバクラじゃあるまいし、無料だからといって話したくない人と話したくもない人と食事をしても楽しくないですよね、これは。いや、男女不平等な日本の風潮を逆転にとっています。いや。So this is, oh my goodness. Yeah.She has a great opinions towards about this, and like I said, I would love to share more about what she said. I just don't have the permission just yet. I should have asked her. But yeah, マナキさんありがとうございます。もしもこれのもっとメッセージシェアしていいですよっていうパーミッションくれたら、もっとこのことについてお話ししたいと思います。So, thank you so much.皆さんの中でこうやってポッドキャストを聞いていて、エピソードのことについての感想、またはこのポッドキャスト全体のこのレビューとかを残していただけるととても嬉しいです。of course I will read all of your message. 皆さんからいただいたメッセージは必ず読みますし、お返事も返します。そして本当にこのポッドキャストを、サポートをしてくれる皆さんを本当にappreciate 本当に感謝してます。なので、もしこのポッドキャストを聞いて何か意見があったとか、ちょっと前向きになれたなと思ったら、ぜひ、ポッドキャストの iTunes からレビューを残していただけるととても嬉しいです。そして私のニュースレター書いてます。今月もいっぱい書きました。So, I would love you to be part of Her Confidence Her Way community and be the member of my mailing list.Okay, so let's talk about more about my mailing list. Before we move on to the main topic, let's take a quick break. Are you living your life the way you want to live? Or are you following the life someone else told you to live? 自分に自信がなく自分を好きになることができない。こんな悩みを抱えていませんか？ Her Confidence Her Way では働く女性の自分探し、自分の価値観を理解するお手伝いをし、女性が自信を持って本当にやりたいと思っていることができるようにサポートし、生きがい、充実感のあるワークライフを応援しています。Her Confidence Her Way is all about helping Japanese working women to discover their true self so that they can see their own values and helping them to build their confidence to live the purposeful and meaningful work life they love.自分らしくワークライフをクリエイトしていくための First Step は自分の強みを理解すること。日本人一人しかいないコーポレートアメリカで働く中で、痛い、恥ずかしい、そして悲しい思いを繰り返しながら自分を信じる力をゼロから積み上げていきました。その時に一番役立ったのが自己発見、Gifted Talent を探すことです。自分ができること、自分にしかできないユニークさを理解することによってどこにフォーカスを置いていいか、自分が今後どんなキャリア、人生を送っていきたいのかがよく理解できます。もっと自分らしく充実したワークライフをクリエイトしたいあなた、ぜひ私のニュースレターに登録して自分のギフトタレントを探すワークシートで新たな自分を発見してみてください。もちろん登録は無料です。登録は私のウェブサイト www.herconfidenceherway.com からできます。エピソードでお話しした内容、アドバイス、またはエピソードで出てきたリンク、他のサイトも私のウェブサイトで紹介しています。そしてこのエピソードがとっても役に立ち、もっと聞きたいと思った方はぜひこのポッドキャストをスポンサーしてください。私のウェブサイトからポッドキャストをサポートするをクリック。今後も私たちがポッドキャストを続け、より良いエピソードをお届けするためにもリスナーさんからの寄付をお待ちしています。最後にLet's connect with me on Instagram. 私のアカウントは @emiko rasmussen EMIKO RASMUSSEN です。DM からいただいたメッセージは必ずお返しします。Alright, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. このポッドキャストの購読もお忘れずに。Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back. Are you ready for today's guest? Yep. Okay, let me introduce today's amazing guest. I had an incredible conversation with this person, so here you go. 本日のゲストはゆかりピアレスさんです。長崎県佐世保市出身、1998年よりカナダでも最も美しいと言われる町、バンクーバー島のビクトリア在住。北米と日本をつなぐのが仕事。ルシェットコミュニケーションのオーナーとして留学エージェント、ライター、撮影、イベントコーディネーター、ソーシャルメディアコンサルタントとしての活躍中です。カナダで最も影響力のあるブロガーの一人として、Dove、Disney Post、ANA などの企業のソーシャルメディアアクティベーションに協力。ANA ブランドアンバサダー、また、地元ビクトリアでの日本文化を広める団体、ビクトリア日系文化協会の理事も務めています。2018年4月から今この時代に女性として生きることとはどういうことかをテーマにしたポッドキャスト、はみ出し系ライフの生き方のホストを務めております。Here's my conversation with Yukari. Enjoy!Hello, Yukari-san. Welcome to Her Confidence Her Way podcast. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being here with me today. So before we start our heating conversation, I'm assuming it's going to happen today based on the topic. However, before that, could you tell us about a little bit about who you are and how you were like as you were growing up?
Okay. My name is Yukari Peerless, and I live in Victoria, BC in Canada. And I've lived in Canada for maybe 20 years. I came here when I was 21. My first marriage was with a Canadian guy. So that's how I end up in Canada. And I work with international students, like a working holiday or like a 留学生. And I do some translation work. I do some little bit of consulting, and I have a podcast. I do all kinds of things. Yeah.
Wow, you're living a full,
Yeah.
full life.
Yeah.
Wow, this is my second time talking with someone from Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really have friends in Canada, so this is awesome.
There are a bunch of us.
カナダはどんな感じなんですか？
カナダは、いや、住みやすいですよ、かなり。でもね、アメリカに比べると、やっぱりかなり田舎だけど、なんかこう、買い物とか行ってもね、ターゲットもないし、なんだっけ、Oh my God, Trader Joe.
Trader Joe's. Okay.
We don't have Trader Joe, so like like a shopping and variety and selections are a little bit limited, but it is a nice place to live. It can get cold, but like where I live,
it's like right now.
I think it's about probably 7 degrees or something outside.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a little bit chilly, but not crazy. Like what I think Chicago's having a crazy
storm. Yep.
Storm. It's like a minus 30 or something over there, but we almost never get that here.
Yeah. Okay. And then you are living in you mentioned that you live in a small town.
Yeah, it's on the island called Vancouver Island.
Okay.
And it's confusing because it's separate from Vancouver, the big city on the Western Canada, but the island I live on is called Vancouver Island, and the Victoria, the city I live, is the capital. This province.
Wow, I would love to visit there someday.
Yeah, please.
I've never been to.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the map right now. Like, oh yeah, I do see there are like a lot of islands there. Oh, there's Victoria. Okay.
So yeah, we're pretty close to Seattle. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much. And then, so you mentioned that you are doing a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us more about your podcast.
This podcast is called はみ出し系ライフの歩き方。And I'm just going to talk in Japanese.
どうぞお願いします。
私はカナダに住んでるんですけど、友達が福岡に住んでて、彼女は30代後半かなって、私が40代前半なんですけど、 結構二人で仲良く、
うん
いつもこう、メールとかね、なんか Facebook とかでやり取りすると、結構いろいろこう、社会で起こってる問題とかについて、二人でこれってどういうことってなんかもう
うん
なんかこんなのありえんとか、二人でこう、
うんうん
怒りながらこう、ニュースについて語ったりとかしてたので、じゃあちょっとポッドキャストやってみようかみたいな感じで始め
わ
て、
ー。うん
なんかフェミニスト、まあそうですね、フェミニスト関係、まあ普通の社会の起こっているニュースとかのことを話したりとか、
うん
そういうポッドキャストを去年から始めて、
はい。
もうすぐ1年ですね。
おめでとうございます。パートナーの方、お名前何さんでしたっけ？
須藤美香さんっていう。
ミカさん、そう。ミ
はい。
カさんの息子さんのなんか成長がこう感じるんですよね。
そうそうそう。
息子さん結構登場しますよね。
いつも喋ってる。そう、だから結構、彼女も、お子さんがまだ1歳になったとこだから、
うん。
ね、預けられない時とか、ごめん、今日も子供いるけどいいとか言って、もういいよ、そんなんって言って、
Yeah,
結構
no,
子
I
供
love
の声が
it.
入ったりとかして、
Yeah.
そう、
No,
結
I
構
love it. Yeah, so why the name はみ出し系?
It's because maybe you agree with me as well.
Mhm.
Like the people living outside Japan, I think often we feel like we are not on the なんかのレールに乗ってない気が
Mhm.
する。
100%.
そう
Mhm.
で、
Yeah, keep coming. Mhm.
普通のね、こう日本のこう、いい会社に、いい大学に行って、いい会社に行って、こう、いい、こう、すごい学歴のある、高収入の旦那さんと結婚するっていう人生は私は歩んでないので、で、まあその、ミカさんも、まあ彼女は結婚してる人だけど、彼女もなんかそういう決められたレールを歩くのに結構抵抗ある人で、なんで自分のしたいことをしちゃいけないのみたいな。で、それで、彼女はね、結構まあコピーライターじゃないけど、こう言葉を操るのが結構得意な人で、二人でじゃあどういうポッドキャストの名前何するって言ったら、はみ出し系ライフはどうとか言われて、あ、じゃあそれでいい。
なるほど。Yeah.
はみ出してる人を応
うん。
援するポッドキャストって感じかな。
No, I love it. Like at first I didn't know what it meant. Or maybe like I think it's me because I don't really read Japanese anymore and all that stuff, and that shouldn't be an excuse, however. So but then like as I was listening more and I'm like, oh, this makes total sense. So yeah, so you were doing amazing podcast there, and I think I really love the love and appreciate you guys' perspectives because you bring kind of like a outside of Japan, right? Like a 日本の outside のこうオピニオンだったり、そしてミカさんもこうなんか日本に住みながらもこう自分で疑問を持ちながらこう日本のノームなんのスタンダードと戦いながらこうするカンバセーションがすごく本当になんか聞いてて役に立つなって、もっと他の人にも聞いてほしいなって思うポッドキャストです。Yeah, and as a podcaster too, I really want to support you too.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, so I think we're all doing an amazing job. Just a ripple effect, but just
Yes.
little by little. Yeah, and then you mentioned about 社会問題, right? So
Yes.
let's talk about that. Yeah, are you ready?
Oh, yes, I think so. Yeah.
So the reason why we're connected, I knew about you, Yukari-san, because of the podcast, but then I saw, and then you are very active on Twitter. 私はあんまり Twitter、ツイッターはあんまり使わないんですけれども、there is this person, her name is, Hazuki-san? Is it Kazuha-san? No, Hazuki. Oh my gosh. Kazuna-chan. Yeah,
Yes.
she is a Japanese girl who kind of created this campaign called Stand Up Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the reason why this campaign was created is because of this incident, この週刊スパ、はい、の、記事で、12月の今度クリスマス前ですよね。これ起きたのが、やれる大学生ランキング、女子大ランキングっていうのを作って、それをまさにしかも大学の名前を出して、こうやって、で、1月ぐらいに
私もこのスタンドアップジャパンのキャンペーンを聞いて、何これって、私でも実はこれ勘違いしたんですよ。またこれもちょっと日本語のあれで、やれる女ってあった時に、私やれるっていうのをできる女って勘違いしたんです。
なるほどね。
Oh, what a positive empowerment って思ったんですよ。でも、みんなのコメントっていうか、
みんな怒ってたからね。
そう、怒ってたから、なんでだろうなと思ってクリックしたんです。そしたら、No。そう。This is just not okay ってなったわけなんですよね。なので、まあ、はみ出し系そのポッドキャストでも、お話もちろんしてたと思うんですけども、So, what is your initial reaction?
なんかもう、なんか最初は、私のリアクションは、なんかもう、なんかバカバカしくて声も出ないみたいな。なんかもうくだらないことやってるなと思って。でも、やっぱりね、今までは多分くだらないって済ましてただと思うのね。なんか、無視ってもあんなのね、その電車の中吊りとかも結構すごい過激な見出しとかで、でもやっぱり、最初に声を上げたのはカズナさんなのかな。ちょっとそれはわかんないんだけど、やっぱり若い人たちがもういい加減こういうのに、だから無視してても何も変わらないから、声を上げないといけないって言って、彼女がスタンドアップジャパンの活動を始めてるのを見て、あ、これは私もちょっと参加しないといけないと思って、短いビデオを撮ったんですよね。
なるほど。ね、ビデオもすごく、ゆかりさんのビデオもすごくパワフルで、で、ブログも書かれていて、いろいろと。
いろいろとね。
いろいろとこう書いて、英語と日本語と両方。
そう、今両方書いてます。
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It takes up like a half of my day doing
Wow.
that.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's why I don't do blogging because I'm not very good. I can talk forever, but like for writing, it's like,
that's your strength. Yeah.
Yeah. But so anyway, so by sharing these things, like, are you getting any feedback from people? Like how?
Yeah, mostly people agree, right? So I didn't really get any negative comment about that video. A lot of people agree, and I really do feel that sort of like the tide is finally changing. And I think this all happened because of the Me Too movement. Because before Me Too, again, this problem and these like magazine articles, and this isn't new. We've always had this, but we women just said, oh, just don't listen to them. It's just stupid guys doing stupid things. And we kind of like tolerated them, right? But I think it's important, like now we're saying, you know what, that's not okay. We have to speak up. Yeah, and I really do feel the tide changing. And and myself, also, I said, I'm like, okay, that's right. I'm not going to be quiet about this anymore. Yeah. And, like women are busy. So we I don't have time to do this activism thing. But I think it's important we actually do it. And, I'm not saying you have to go out there and march around. But like on social media, you can just say like, well, this is not okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it takes pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, so for me, I shared this in the video. I also took a video and then I added the hashtag. And in the video, I talked about it. But so like for me, as I was growing up, I grew up in a city, Yokohama, which is すごく都会なとこなんですよ。And so whenever I'm talking about, so I'm 36 right now, and I want to say like maybe when I was in elementary kids, so maybe about like what 20 or even maybe 30 years ago or something. 横浜の駅に歩くときにこう映画館があったんですね。で、その映画館がアダルト系の映画館だったんですけど、もう今はそこが多分相鉄なんか ムービル、映画館、普通の映画館に変わったんですけども、before I think it was the like アダルト系の、なんていうんですか、ポルノ映画っていうんでしたっけ、だったんですね。だから歩いてて、で、横にこう看板、があって、今日はこういうのを上映してますの看板が、みんな女性の人、本当に裸なんですよ。Yeah, so like, well, now I think about it, it's just crazy to think that, I grew up in that environment. But back then, その時は本当に、like, this is just normal view. 私の中でのノーマル、もう普通のこの景色が女性の裸の人を見るような、環境であり、で、横浜でとか多分他の場所でもこうティッシュとか配ってたりすると、こうなんか、昔のテレクラってわかります？テレクラそう。テレクラからもうね、それから今はそのなんか、飲み屋さんの、you pay and you get a girl and you spend time みたいな、そういう、なんていうか知らない。ギ
ャル飲みでしょ？
そう。キャバクラ？No?
キャバクラ
Yeah, キャバクラ. Maybe I think it's a キャバクラ. Yeah, but I think it's the same concept, right? Because you pay and then you have the time with the girls. So yeah, it is the same thing. So, and then with the pictures as well, it's like naked picture of a woman, 裸だったり、なんか水着着てるのとかだったりで、なんかそういう環境で生まれて育った人で、日本を一度も出てない人っていうのは、なんか、これがおかしいとか非常識っていう、その感覚すらなんかないんじゃないかなって思うんですね。Yeah, like did you have that same experience as you were growing up in Japan?
Well, I grew up in Inaka, but I go back to Japan once in a while, not like every year, but then you get used to the North American way where, like the porn, you never see porn magazine or anything.
Yeah.
Like, so that normal people can't just buy them, right? Then you go back to Japan and it's like everywhere. Like, just recently I think they're just going to stop selling porn magazines in Konbini.
Oh yeah, I did see that article. I think it was from you. Yeah.
But I remember I went back to Japan when my older son was little. Like, he would have been maybe 5 or like a little. But like we go to Konbini and those magazines are there. And, my son's 5, so he's pretty oblivious. But still, it's like, I remember being shocked. It was like, oh my God, like what do they have here? But I guess if you grew up in that environment all the time, I guess you would know how weird that is, right?
Yeah. It is. It's just
crazy.
Yeah, it is just not right. But then at the same time, I guess it's like a very social problem. It's not just it's not just a problem. It's just this problem itself is very embedded in a system. And so like for example, like women are being like seen as a sexual object.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a thing called gyaranomi. Like gyaranomi. When I saw it, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And a part of it, I think, you can, obviously you can tell me what you think, but part of it is because of women are obviously being seen as a sexual object, but at the same time, I feel like women are not empowered enough, or women are not, they don't feel valued enough. It's the word, like your own worth issue. なんて言うんですか、このセルフエスティームっていうんですか。
セルフエスティーム。
自己肯定感というか。
なんか逆にそれをなんか利用する女性も多分いる。で、お金もらえるんだったら私はどうでもいい。なんかギャラ飲みでも、なんていうのそういうことをするのが、まあ恥ずかしいことっていう言い方もちょっと変だけど、ね、なんか、女性としてこう自信があって、ちゃんとこう尊厳みたいなのがあるならそういうことやらないと思うんだけど、それでも、もう私はいいよ、お金くれるんだったら何でもみたいな。ね、だって援助交際とかもね、
Oh my gosh, yes.
お金もらえるんだったらやるっていう、なんていうの、 それはなんだろうね、やっぱり。やっぱセルフワースが低いか、自分のことをこう、そんなに
理解していない or some people may think, oh, this is the only way for me to make money.
Right. And I think some people attach their worth to that, right? Oh, there's so many guys who wants to pay me to have party with them, so I'm worth it, which is not right. That's wrong.
Yeah.
They're not, that doesn't mean you're worth it. No, it's just it's really messed up.
Yeah. Like I see this almost like they're like just a prostitute. Prostitute ってなんて言うんですか？売春 Yeah. And it's a human rights problem. And with like human trafficking, and obviously like if we want to talk that way, like it can go like a whole different episode about it. But so I think that just an idea of selling your body, exchange it to the money, like or you feel like you cannot. Like I want to be liked. I want to be loved by someone, and in order for me to do so, I need to sell my body. Like that's also an idea that's embedded in the culture.
Yeah. It's pretty sad, and I think there are a lot of people who are not very happy in Japan in general. So that's pretty heartbreaking. Yeah, especially like if you talk about this to your friends in Canada, right? Like non-Japanese people, like you know what kind of reaction you will get. Right. They were like I know, they're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Like, why is this happening? Why are they doing this? Like, why are women going along with this? Yeah, for sure.
And also the thing that I realized is that like whenever a problem like this happen, not very many articles from Japan, like inside, are releasing, but it's more like outside people who are living outside of Japan seeing this as a social problem and write about it, and I read about it, right? So like that itself right there is a problem because within Japan, like Japanese are not seeing this as a problem, as
it's
a big
not a big
issue
deal to them.
Exactly. It's it's part of what it is, like part of our culture, or this is what it is. And then I recently also, I know it's so late for me to talk about this, but I don't know why, but like recently I was kind of like missing some sort of Japanese songs because I went to my friend's house and my friends were singing karaoke at the birthday party.
Fun.
And then so my friends are like, Emmy, why don't you sing? And I'm like, I don't know any songs that I can sing. So then I started kind of like searching, like, oh, what are the songs that I used to sing when I was young? And the group, the singer Speedo, 知ってますか? Speedo, 沖縄の歌手グループ. Yeah, they are like my generation. So like I was reading, and then I found out that 今井絵理子さんが議員 議員になって
今も議員なのかな
I don't know about right now, but このこの記事見たのが、こう今井絵理子さんがこうなんかなんかのお勉強会に行くかなんかで、こう男性と一緒に新幹線に乗って手をつないでるところをなんか撮られたっていうので、こうニュースとかですごい話題になって、maybe that's like a long time ago. Maybe it's not even now. Like maybe 2 years ago or something. So I know it's a long old story, but like when I saw this, maybe because she was a singer, she was more like a famous person.
Right.
But I feel like women are being attacked more than men. Like that was just so upsetting to me. Like everybody, like so, like all news, like TV show, they're all talking about how, you know, her what she did was wrong, and she ファックスをこう報道マスコミにこう送って、その中のこととかを他の人がこうバッシングなんかこうもう怒ってるんですけれども、but it's not just her.
Yeah.
obviously it's her and him both
Yeah.
side. I forget who the other person was, but the other person is also なんか議員の人. He is also the part of the member. So like, why is it her being attacked? I feel
Right.
like
Yeah.
these
That's not
things
fair.
happen. Yeah, like men go to those like kebakura all the time, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then they don't get like picked on it. But then when a woman do something like this, and then we're being picked on it, like it's just like,
I
and then
know.
obviously it's not Japan. Like it happens here in States too. Like last time I talked about this, but when they're having the president campaign with President Trump and
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton, and when Hillary made a mistake, it was just like,
Right.
oh my gosh, like they're
Yeah.
questioning.
鬼の首を取ったようにね。
そう
みんな
みんなが言って、でトランプの場合は、oh that was just a locker room conversation で流される。So like
そう、男に甘すぎるんだよね。で、女に厳しい。
そうだからこういう週刊スパもあり得て存在しちゃう。だからキャバクラもできて、それでそれが OK。なんかそれ自体がなくなれば、社会の見方も変わってくるし。Yeah. Yeah, I mean there are so many problems. It's not just one thing. Like we can't, if we want to fix it, we have to fix from the core issue.
Right.
You know? Yeah, so it's just it's a problem. And then the other problem is that you pointed out about 黙らない女. So you started a hashtag for 黙らない女. So what makes it so challenging for a woman to not be able to speak up towards these issues?
So especially Japanese, but not just Japanese people, but I think what happens is women are in general so nice, and we want to be polite, and we like, oh, maybe we shouldn't say that, this might hurt their feelings. I'm like, okay, we have to stop. Like I know this has been happening for like hundreds of years, so it's hard to change our thinking like overnight, but we have to really start, and I do believe it is changing now because of the Stand Up Japan and Me Too movement, but we have to really start to not be quiet. And until now, we used to feel like, like some guys like super close to me when we go to like a work nomikai, and we were, like 男に甘すぎるでしょ、全体的に社会が。で、なんか変な酔っ払った人にこう触られたりとかしても、多分酔っ払ってるから、なんか変に男性に対してなんか変に私の方が言い訳をしてしまう。なんか、きっと酔っ払ってるから、そう、だからそれをね、やめた方がいいと思うんですよ。で、もう、like can you please stop? で、今まではそういうことをすると、なんか、怖い女とか、ね、ヒステリーとか、昔は言われた。
you're gonna be being like a hate, like, oh, this person's gonna dislike me and he's gonna treat me in a horrible way. Yeah.
So, we have to really change that. And I really don't care if somebody thinks I'm a scary woman, because I know I'm not, but like I'm scary only to the people who do things to me, right?
Yeah.
So again, this is sort of a reminder for myself as well, because sometimes I forget. And like I've been living overseas in Canada over 20 years, but it's weird how insidious those things are. I still have like a little Japanese part of me sometimes come out.
Yeah.
And and when I'm not like a vigilant about it, I will always forget, and I can go back into my Japanese way. And if somebody does something to me, and I was like, oh, no, it's okay, no problem. But it is a reminder to me, and it's like, no. You cannot be quiet. And I said, like, no, actually what you did to me is not okay.
Yeah.
You have to take that back.
Yeah. That is,
I know it's
so
hard.
True. It is hard, but you're doing the right way, and then that's something that we really need to start. And of course, the decision has to come from us, individually. Like we can
Right.
only encourage people to do those things, but
Right.
the action needs to be taken by the person.
Exactly.
Yeah, I always see this, like we Japanese people are being a doormat.
Mm.
We are being
Yeah.
stepped
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
over, like things that we
I know.
do
Yeah.
to make someone happy, and sometimes like people just take advantage of it.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I think for us Japanese, we don't even expect for the return, and I think that's such a great heart to have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we should keep it. But then when someone take a credit, like I'm talking about like a work,
Yeah.
situation
Yeah.
or something, you do something and then someone took advantage of you and took a credit from you, then it's
Yeah.
very important to really speak up
Yeah.
and say, actually, that idea came from me.
Right.
Or other woman needs to support and say, like,
Yeah.
for example, if, Yukari-san's idea got stolen by someone, then I should be the one to step in and said, actually, the idea came from Yukari. Let's give, Yukari a shout
Yeah.
out or a kudos to her, right? Like those things, like we need to support each other. And then,
Yeah. We have to be the advocate for other women. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so that's definitely one thing for us to do to shift the Japanese society. Like, can you think of any other thing that like we can like immediately do? I think it was your podcast. You guys are talking about something about how social media can help, but at the same time, it can be very challenging. Like if you're younger, it might be easier for younger people. Was it you? I don't know. I feel like it was your podcast. It might be
Okay.
easier for the younger people to say it, or I don't know, it could be vice versa. I don't know. Maybe I was listening from somewhere else too.
Okay.
But I think social media, for example, we don't like. I put my name out there. Like I don't have to hide my name to be honest, be authentic, or just speak up my opinion. Like I'm not scared of anything. If I get negative
Yeah.
comment, like I'm welcome. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sometimes I read it and I just feel sorry for them, or I
Yeah.
just move on and look for someone who is supporting in me. But what do you think about like using a social media and start sharing more, or like what else can we do?
That's a good question. Yeah, like speaking up can be scary. I get that. It's weird because somehow I haven't been attacked in the past. Luckily, fingers crossed. But I can see, like, what's that lady's name? Shiori Ito. Do you know?
No, I don't know who that person is.
She was a journalist, a Japanese lady, and when she was in New York, I think, studying journalism, she met with this Japanese, sort of like a superior guy, and he said, "Well, I will teach you how to get a job in the industry." And she ended up just being raped by him.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Yep.
BBC made the documentary
Yes.
about her, and she spoke up, right?
Yeah.
And and like a lot of us, including me, like a whole bunch of other women, said, "We believe you." And we support you. But I know she has as many people basically saying, well, you're a liar. And you're just doing it as by meikoi, right? You just be famous, which is like, I don't understand. But so that kind of reaction can come to you. You got to be prepared for that if you speak up. But if you have your truth, you should never hide that.
Right.
And I want to, I can understand some people are scared to speak up because you might get some mean people saying mean things. I think it's important, like people like you and me, we all kind of have the solidarity and stick with each other and support each other.
Yeah, definitely. I remembered, and this is something. It's like Japan didn't even want to talk about it. They just want to like erase this story almost. But I think speaking up, it has like you have to have a courage to do it, right? Because even just like like I don't know, what do you say that the chikan? So like the pervert, 電車のね, during a train ride.
Yeah.
I personally had an experience too, but I don't remember how old I was. I was maybe in high school or maybe college, but someone like kind of like warned me like this train is known for chikan, right? So people who would like touch your body part. So I was actually like prepared. Like I was putting my hand in the back so that if someone grabbed my butt, I can hold the hand. So actually it happened to me.
Yeah.
So I quickly grabbed whoever the hand who touched my butt. The only thing I can do is grab my his hand and look his eye and say like I kind of like looked at him like, but that's it. I could not say anything else.
Right. Because like in that moment, it's so scary and it's happening so quickly.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Okay, so but what I think about this courage, it's like a little by little. This is an everyday practice.
Right.
So yeah, if the exactly same thing happened to me today, I might not be able to even grab the hand.
Okay, so maybe I was ready.
That's amazing. You did that because I'm not really used to the densha and chikan situation.
I was really prepared, by the way.
Like let's say if I'm walking and somebody just like jumped on me, and I would be probably in shock. And like can't really say anything, and maybe this guy would just run away. And like we get mad at ourselves for like, why didn't I say anything? Like, but like let's not worry about that. But what I think is important is like it is an everyday practice.
Right.
So that's why I always put like a Damaranai hashtag or Speak Up Japan, because it is a reminder and it is a practice. It's kind of like yoga, right? Or like a meditation. So like the little by little, so maybe today only you can do is like grab this guy's hand, but maybe tomorrow you might be able to say something.
Yeah.
And maybe the day after that, I don't know, you might be able to
report that person.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So like I think it is an everyday practice.
Yeah, that's such a good point. It's like an exercise. It's the same thing. Like if you want to lose your weight or something, right? You can't just go all in. Like you just have to practice little by little.
Right.
That's the same thing. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. And then also I know that now there are so many other like organizations who are kind of like formed. I think even Kazuha-san, I think she ended up like creating some sort of organization too. So like, be part of those organizations and then, surround yourself with like-minded people. I think it's really important to spend, time with someone who can like influence you in so many ways, or people who have a same heart. Like, I think Yukari-san, you share the very similar heart as mine. So I think it's important. So that way you think that, oh, okay, I am normal. Like, I think
we need to do the new normalizing, right? Because if you lived in Japan all your life, you think it's normal to see like naked women everywhere. But we need to kind of create our own group and make it like that's not normal, right? And to speaking up is normal. Asking for our rights is normal. Like, that's a very good exercise that we can do every day.
Definitely. And then the last thing that I wanted to say for like things that we can do is like, I think we also need to educate younger generation of women. Well, not just a woman, but generation like in general, but especially a woman to have that self-confidence, because I'm all about, self-confidence. And so that way she doesn't always have to go to those kyabakura or something like that, right? So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
way she doesn't have to participate for those geranomi and know that, she is worthy enough, that she is better than,
Independent.
yeah, exactly, right?
Mm.
And then, like for example, so my mom brought this like a shoujo magazine. It's a magazine,
Yeah.
combined with a bunch of different comics, like a manga, and she brought it for my kids to read, although they can't really read, but just like it's a flipping the page, I guess, for them. But I before I handed it to them, I just like looked at them. And I told my mom, like, Mom, thank you, but I am not going to be able to show this to my kids because the way how it's written was just like a very typical, so like a quote unquote, this like a perfect innocent Japanese girls.
Okay.
But that doesn't. And what I meant was not a good meaning. They are very submissive. They always have to have guys.
Right.
They
Like
are,
how to get the guy, and like it's like a Japanese magazines are always like that. It's always about the guys and like how to get the handsome boyfriend
exactly.
and how to look cute for your boyfriend. Like no,
Exactly.
like a dress for yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like you're very like the girls are very submissive, and then like I just cannot believe. And so after this, I had to ask my friend in Japan and asked like I think that one was Nakayoshi. I think one of those magazines. And I asked my friend like, so what is the target age for this magazine? And she told me like, oh, as young as the second grade or third grade. Like my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
If those little girls are reading this, the future is going to be destroyed. I'm sorry.
Right.
But it's like seriously, like I was
it's such an old idea, right?
Yeah.
They're still doing it.
Yeah, and it's just shocking. Like some of the things are like too young for them to like see it. It was like the boy is like in the classroom. I don't know what it is, but Japanese in high school. But it's always like the high school with the uniforms, right?
Right.
I don't know what it is. Anyway, so then like one of the boys was like pushing the girls, like, is this like what you dreamed of doing it? Like, I was like, no.
Yeah. No.
Like a romantic, like quote unquote romantic story. Like, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Because those girls are reading those magazines and growing up and having that idea who they should be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. As a parent, I think we can do so much. I know you have boys, but you can also talk boys about how to be part of this solution, and
we talk to them. Well, my older one, he knows, but because he's 21, but the younger one, we say like when a girl, he's still young to have a girlfriend, but when you're a little bit older and when a girl says no, that means no. Like, even if you like you want to hold hands or just hug her or whatever, like if somebody says no, that means no.
Yeah,
it's important to teach them young
young generation. Oh my goodness, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I hope that, us having this conversation and hopefully, someone's hear this and see it in value. And I really want the listeners to really share this episode because it's very important for us to like, well, it's us to talk about it, but then like other people who never had an opinion can now feel like, oh, wait a minute.
Right.
Yeah. It is kind of weird about this thing,
Right.
Yeah. So it is very, very, very important. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we move on to the power question?
I don't know. I think this is good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let's move on to the Her Confidence, Her Way power questions. So today we kind of did it like more like a discussion style, but Yukari-san, I kind of want to give a spotlight to you, and I want to know, like, how would you define your own self-confidence? I know we talked about this earlier, and so self-confidence, and how are you building your own?
Let's see. Yeah, the confidence is also like a confidence, courage. I think they're both similar. You just need to do that everyday practice. And,
I like it.
you know, I'm a big fan of Brené Brown books.
You also wrote a
Yeah, I
article,
write
blog
about
about it.
her. Yeah,
Yep.
a lot too. And sometimes I will slip and I would just look at people around me and it's like, oh my God, like I'm not good enough or like I'm not skinny enough. Sometimes I slip, but then I was like, no, no, no. And this is the one I always love what Brené said is like her mantra is stay in your lane.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like a swimming. So like focus on what you're doing. Don't look at other people. Like, let's say you're swimming and there's somebody next to you going way faster. Don't worry about that because they're doing their thing. Focus on what you're doing. So yeah, that is sort of my mantra when I start to feel like a little bit insecure and, it's like, oh, I'm not confident. I was just like, no, stay in your lane and you're doing great.
Yeah.
That's sort of my mantra when I feel a little bit insecure.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree. I think the self-confidence and the comparison game really correlate in a different ways. But yeah, all right, thank you. And I like to talk about the gifted talent. I think that, in order for you to be even confident, you kind of got to know what you're really good at, right? That's part of it too. So I'm wondering, like, what is your gifted talent and how are you using yours?
I don't know if this is a talent, but I think I'm good at connecting with people. I don't really feel intimidated or nervous. I don't really consider myself outgoing. I don't think I'm an extrovert, but I'm not an introvert either. And I think I'm good at connecting with people.
Yeah. Definitely, that's a skill because some people they don't even care about connecting people.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's one of the reasons I have all kinds of different aspects of my work. I sometimes work with international students. Sometimes I work as a translator, and I go meet people in business setting. Then I do a podcast, and I'm volunteering at a local radio station, and I go interview those people. So yeah, I think that definitely my personality, and that's who I am. So that's how I use it in my work.
Amazing. And then the last, I only have 2 more questions left.
Okay.
So ikigai, have you ever heard of the term ikigai?
Yes.
All right. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that means a reason for being in the world. So I want to know, what is your ikigai? Like, what excites you, or what is your reason to just jump out of bed each morning?
This kind of, repeats what I just said, but I do really feel like, oh my God, I love doing this. It's like connecting with people. Like I'm talking to you, or, like when somebody reach out to me and say, well, let's do this, or, or me reaching out to you. It's like, oh my God, I love what you're doing. Can I write about it? Or can you come to the podcast? Or, when I'm doing all those things, I'm like, I really feel like, oh my God, I love what I'm doing right now. So I just assume that's my ikigai, like connecting with people.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I'm pretty sure that's why we are connected too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. So, so this is the last question, and I would love you to tell and encourage women who are listening to this podcast, and those people who are listening to this podcast that are my listeners are people who are like wanting to live a purposeful and meaning life with confidence. So what would you like to say to those women?
Another thing the Japanese, again, everyone, but mostly Japanese people, is we're so hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, 自分にめちゃめちゃ厳しいでしょ、日本人って。
厳しいですね。
なんか私ってダメって思っちゃう人がすごく多いと思うので。
I'm right here. I'm raising my hand right here.
And there's another thing that Brené Brown says, and I love is like the voice inside our head is so harsh, but I will never talk that way to the people we love. Like I would never say to my kids or my husband or my friends, like, "Oh, you're so stupid. Like, why are you doing this?" Like that doesn't make we never talk like that to the people we love. So we need to extend that compassion to ourselves. So don't be too hard on yourself, and like say, I just don't feel like doing anything, and I ended up not finishing the work I was supposed to do. Don't say like, "Oh, I'm so stupid, I didn't finish it." Just say, "You took the time off for yourself today. It's okay. Just do that tomorrow."
Yeah.
You
already did what you can do today.
Yeah, like you're enough.
Yeah.
And I think Japanese women are so hard on themselves. Like, or like I have to be, skinnier, or I have to have my hair this way. Like, no. Focus on what you like, and you have to be so kind to yourself, like extra kind.
Yeah.
You're the most important person in your life.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. So the book that you are talking about, I'm assuming it's is it Dare to Lead or some, because I know you have recently talked about this on your
the Dare
blog.
to Lead is the Brené Brown's latest book, but it's focusing on like a workplace and leadership. But if you never read her book, I would recommend, and also Daring Great. But I can send you a link.
Yeah, please do. So that way, people who are interested in reading her books, she has lots of books. And I myself read The Gift of Imperfection, and I have The Dare to Lead. I haven't had a chance. I have it in my my Audible. That's my next. I have a lot of books that I have been. Well, I don't have the time to read, so I have been listening.
I know, right?
But. Okay, so it's the Daring. What is it again?
Daring Greatly.
Daring Greatly. Ooh, I love that title too. Daring Greatly. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. For those who are wanting to connect with you, what is the best way?
Oh my gosh, probably Twitter. I'm
you're so active over there.
Yukari P, like a P is my initial. I'm Yukari P on Twitter, or on Facebook if you want to look up Hamidashi Life no Arukikata. That's our podcast page.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the podcast, of course, you can listen to your podcast from Apple. iTunes.
Yes.
Yeah, or from your website or your Twitter, like everywhere.
Everywhere, yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then we have already decided that we're going to have another episode, right?
That's right.
For something coming up.
Yep.
So we'll definitely connect with you again.
Yay.
All right. Well, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you have it. I hope you had enjoyed my conversation with Yukari. Yeah, ゆかりさんとの会話どうでしたか？とってもパワフルなカンバセーションになりました。皆さんも本当は心の中であれちょっとこれおかしいんじゃないって思ってたり、またこんなことやってるって思うだけじゃなくて、it's really time for us to stand up and speak up and question about the way how it is. マナキさんがメッセージをくれたように、誰か同じような考えを持ってるなって思う人とかに、こう自分の考えをオープンにシェアしてみるとか、あとは if you're really brave enough, you can totally share on social media. Just be prepared for some pushback. It's okay. That means you're saying something good, something that's shaking the society. So it's a good sign. It's not an attack towards you. ここが多分皆さんも怖いところだと思うんですけども、It's nothing personal. 社会で何かこうアゲインストしようとすると、社会の波に反対に乗ろうとしたりすると、誰かから必ず ことを言われると思いますが、that's good. That means you're doing something right. So, and I'm here to support you. So don't be scared. You can always surround yourself with people who are going to be positive and be supportive and, you know, like Yukari-san or me and many other podcasts, many other people who are in Her Confidence, Her Right community, which is a free Facebook community. It's a Facebook group. Those ladies will support you. So I totally invite you to join this community as well. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast, this episode. Remember, you don't have to apologize for who you are. You are already great enough. Stop settling and start living the life that you want to.